Targum Ruth, Ruth 3:15, the second part. In this video, we're going to talk about a couple aspects of this first part of the verse that we have read. So the first is to concentrate on this word, which you can see is the yod he beit verbal root in Aramaic as well as Hebrew. Now that's unusual. We don't normally see that because nun tav nun is the give word we normally see in Hebrew. So this qualifies as an Aramaism. And in fact, it appears in Wagner's work on Aramaism, yod he beit, even though this particular use of it here in the book of Ruth, it does not appear. Now, it's unusual for yod he beit to appear in the Hebrew of the Hebrew Bible. It only appears in the imperative, and of all of the times, it's only feminine this once. So this idea of give, present your clothing item to be loaded down with grain. Now we go back to the verse. The second thing I wanted to talk about is this idea of the 6 measures of barley, where barley is that im, that plural word. Now, in the Aramaic, we have the seahs word, and we had seen earlier that 3 seahs make an ephah. And so here we would have, if there are 6 of them, 2 ephahs, which, if it's of barley, is about 20 pounds. So in the Hebrew, we have no indication of seahs, no indication of ephahs, anything like that. But interestingly, in the New King James translation, they go ahead and put ephahs in. If that were true, we would be talking about 60 pounds being laden onto Ruth in her scarf or whatever this item of clothing is. That's just not probable for a long trip back to the city to be trudging under the weight of 60 pounds. Seahs is more likely, but again, in the Hebrew, we actually don't have a measure word. So that having been said, let's return to Ruth 3:15 and continue reading in Targum Ruth.